So you're coming up on your 49th wedding anniversary. What perspective do you have on marriage, and what marriage advice would you offer?
Well, um, you know, marriage is um, the only way we can have families, and it takes two to raise a family, and typically it takes two people with different perspectives and different backgrounds and different skills and talents, and so the good news is that by the bringing together these different skills and talents, you have a better chance of raising your children well. But it also creates some challenges in a marriage, and so to me, the great thing is just to love each other and be patient with each other and enjoy each other and learn to work together and trust in the future. When you're raising children, it's a very uncertain prospect. You don't know what you're going to end up with, and the children have their own journeys that they travel, and so you can't tell for sure how that journey is going to turn out for them, and so. Um, there's heartaches and there's joy and it's the wonderful mix of living together that makes it possible for you to grow old and I've been so grateful for your mother and for her contribution to our family and for her supporting of me and we've been through some hard times together and I've been responsible for much of those hard times and she's hung with me and I've been so grateful to her for that and I'm so grateful that we've been blessed with our family. Each of your children are so precious to us, and our grandchildren, and you know, that's what enduring to the end is all about, is making it work and reaping the blessings from it.
What was the key for you in helping you endure and make it through those hard times and and to find happiness in that marriage, even when you're so different?
Commitment. I was absolutely and unequivocally committed to staying married, and I just knew that I would never leave her, and I trusted that she would never leave me, and we made it through. But just commitment, you know. And I took the temple covenant seriously, and realized that we'd made a covenant with each other and with God, and maintaining that covenant was you know, what was my commitment, and it was a blessing to us. And now there's a sweetness in our lives that is so much enjoyed.
What is it that you love most about Mom?
Um, when when we had our interview with the bishop, and it's another time I'll tell you about our interview with the bishop. But when we were trying to decide whether I should ask her to stay home from her mission, the bishop described her as made of whole cloth a yard wide, and what to me that meant is what you see is what she is. You know, she's her integrity is complete and she can be completely trusted and um, and so she was whole cloth a yard wide, and, and so there wasn't any rip in her, you know, any flaw in her in that respect, and so and the other quality that was absolutely essential to our survival was her uncanny ability to make things work with very little money. She knew how to pitch a penny and to make the most out of things, and so we did two things. We committed early on to always pay our tithing. We realized that if we wanted the blessings of the Lord, that we had to pay our tithing, and that if we did that, his promise was that we would never go without. And it's interesting. We sometimes had a paycheck of $100, and you know, so we paid our tithing and fast offerings and stuff, and then we had what was left over to manage with the family. And I remember the year that you were born. It was a very difficult time. We didn't have health insurance, and so when after you were born, the hospital, I'd come to take you and your mom home. The hospital asked me to pay the bill. I didn't have any money, and so I said to them, I said, well, is this an accurate bill? You know, is it all been finalized and everything? They said, no, not yet. It's an estimated bill. And I said, well, when you can give me a finalized bill, I'll pay it. I had no idea how I'd do that. And I honestly still don't know how we did it. But when they presented the bill, we were able to pay it. And I consider that one of the blessings of tithing. You know, it's just we were able to do what we had to do, even though we couldn't always account for it. What we needed was there when we needed it.
That's beautiful. Any final marriage advice for your kids?
Hang in there. It's worth every step of the way. It's an adventure, and these kids that you're raising are just marvelous young people, and everything you can do to give them a head start is a great blessing to them.
Awesome. Thank you.